What if everything fans thought they saw was only half the truth? What if the silence between Jungkook and Kim Taehyung was actually louder than words, and hiding something no one expected? Why did Taehyung act differently the moment Jungkook wasn't around? And more importantly, what is he trying to hide? Before we dive deeper, don't forget to like, comment your theory, and subscribe, because what you're about to read might completely change the way you see their relationship. The tension didn't begin with a dramatic confrontation or a visible argument. Instead, it crept in quietly, almost unnoticeably, through subtle shifts, body language that didn't quite match their usual dynamic, glances that lingered just a second too long, and moments where silence spoke louder than any conversation ever could. Fans who have followed Jungkook and Taehyung for years immediately sensed it. Something felt different, and the more closely people looked, the clearer it became that this wasn't just a coincidence. It all started during a recent moment that, at first glance, seemed completely ordinary. Jungkook stood among the members, composed as always, yet his posture hinted at distance. His shoulders were slightly turned away, his gaze drifting elsewhere even when Taehyung was nearby. Meanwhile, Taehyung, usually expressive and open, appeared restrained, almost as if holding something back. Was it intentional? Or was it something deeper? Something even they couldn't fully control? Then came the moment that truly sparked curiosity. When Jungkook stepped away, even briefly, Taehyung's entire demeanor shifted. It was subtle, but undeniable. His posture relaxed, his expression softened, and there was a fleeting moment where he seemed lost in thought, as if replaying something in his mind. What was he thinking about? Was it Jungkook? Or was it something entirely different that fans haven't yet uncovered? Observers began to analyze every detail. The way Taehyung adjusted his position when Jungkook wasn't present. The way his eyes searched the room unconsciously, almost as if expecting something, or someone, to return. These weren't random movements. They felt intentional, layered with meaning that only added to the growing mystery. But the biggest question remains. Why does Taehyung behave differently in Jungkook's absence? Some believe it reveals a deeper emotional connection, something unspoken yet powerful enough to influence even the smallest gestures. Others suggest the opposite, that the distance hints at unresolved tension, a silent disagreement that has yet to surface publicly. What makes this situation even more intriguing is the contrast between their past and present interactions. Jungkook and Taehyung were once known for their natural chemistry, effortless laughter, and moments that didn't require explanation. Yet now, every interaction feels measured, controlled, as if both are aware that every move is being watched, analyzed, and interpreted. And yet, despite the apparent distance, there are still moments, brief, almost accidental, where their connection shines through. A glance that lasts just a fraction too long. A subtle smile that appears and disappears before anyone can fully process it. These glimpses only deepen the mystery, leaving fans torn between two possibilities. Are they growing apart, or is something more complex unfolding beneath the surface? Taehyung's behavior when Jungkook isn't around continues to fuel speculation. There's a certain vulnerability in those moments, a side of him that feels more exposed, less guarded. It's as if Jungkook's presence creates a barrier, one that disappears the moment he leaves. But why? Is it comfort, tension, or something else entirely? The emotional weight of these observations cannot be ignored. Fans aren't just watching two global stars. They're witnessing a dynamic that feels deeply human, filled with unspoken emotions and unanswered questions. And perhaps that's what makes it so compelling. It's not about clear answers or obvious conclusions. It's about the uncertainty, the subtlety, and the possibility that there's more to the story than anyone realizes. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is certain. People will keep watching, analyzing, and searching for clues. Every gesture, every glance, every moment of silence will be examined, not out of mere curiosity, but out of a genuine desire to understand what's really happening between Jungkook and Taehyung. So what do you think? Is their body language revealing a hidden truth? Or are fans reading too deeply into fleeting moments? Is Taehyung's behavior a sign of emotional complexity? Or is it simply a reflection of changing dynamics over time? One thing is clear, this story is far from over, and the answers may be closer than we think, or perhaps more hidden than ever before. The deeper fans look, the more the mystery surrounding John Jungkook and Kim Taehyung begins to feel less like coincidence, and more like a story slowly unfolding in fragments. What seemed at first like harmless speculation is now evolving into something far more layered. Something that continues to spark debate across the global fanbase. Could it be that what we are witnessing is not distance, but a shift, an emotional recalibration that neither of them has openly addressed? There was another moment, one that didn't immediately go viral, but quietly caught the attention of those who observed closely. Taehyung was interacting with others, smiling and engaging in a way that felt familiar, almost comforting. Yet, in between those interactions, there were pauses, brief, almost imperceptible breaks where his expression changed. His eyes would drift, his smile would fade just slightly, and for a split second he seemed elsewhere. It wasn't dramatic, but it was enough to raise questions. Was he thinking about Jungkook in that moment, or was something else weighing on his mind? And then there's Jungkook. While much of the attention has been on Taehyung's behavior in his absence, Jungkook's own body language has not gone unnoticed. There's a certain restraint in the way he carries himself lately, especially in moments where fans would expect a more natural interaction. His movements are precise, almost calculated, as if he is consciously maintaining a certain distance. But why would he do that? Is it intentional? Or is it an unconscious response to something deeper? What makes this even more compelling is how their energy seems to shift depending on the situation. When they are in the same space, there's a tension that feels almost tangible. Not necessarily negative, but undeniably present. It's in the way they avoid direct eye contact for just a moment too long, or how they position themselves slightly apart even when there's no clear reason to do so. Yet paradoxically, there are also moments where that tension dissolves instantly, replaced by a familiarity that feels unmistakably genuine. This duality is what keeps fans guessing. Are they drifting apart, or are they navigating something more complex behind the scenes? Because if there's one thing that stands out, it's that neither Jungkook nor Taehyung appears indifferent. And indifference, perhaps, would have been easier to understand. What we see instead is something far more nuanced, something that suggests emotion, even if it remains unspoken. Taehyung's actions when Jungkook isn't present continue to be one of the most discussed aspects of this unfolding narrative. There's a pattern that's beginning to emerge, one that fans are starting to piece together. In those moments, Taehyung seems more open, yet also more introspective. It's as if the absence of Jungkook creates space, not just physically but emotionally. And within that space, something shifts. Could it be that Taehyung feels more at ease expressing certain sides of himself when Jungkook isn't around? Or could it be the opposite, that Jungkook's absence highlights something missing, something that becomes more noticeable precisely because it's not there? These are the kinds of questions that continue to circulate, each one adding another layer to the mystery. Meanwhile, Jungkook's subtle reactions when Taehyung is mentioned or nearby are equally telling. There are fleeting expressions, micro-reactions that are easy to miss but difficult to ignore once noticed. A slight tightening of his jaw, a quick glance that is immediately redirected, a pause that feels just a bit too long. These are not definitive answers, but they are clues. Small pieces of a puzzle that fans are trying to assemble without ever seeing the full picture. The emotional undercurrent of all this cannot be overstated. What makes it resonate so deeply is not just the possibility of conflict or distance, but the ambiguity of it all. There is no clear narrative, no confirmed explanation, only moments, fragments, and interpretations. And in that ambiguity lies both the intrigue and the frustration.